Nagaland oil and natural gas exploration and production laga relevance upor de aji panel discussion thakise Dimapur Government College Seminar Hall de. Panel discussion de V Kashiyo Sangtam, Minister Soil and Water Conservation and Geology and Mining bra keynote address te kuise ki Nagaland te crude oil na ulai gina thake do mati malik aru state sarkar nimide bishi dangor revenue loss ase kuise. To nimide sarkar bra bi oil exploration aru production do aro juldi shuru kuru bole aka ase kuise. Discussion de K. Krezavi Lia, Team Leader, Operation Wing, Nagaland Petroleum and Natural Gas, Monlumo Kikon, MLA and Advisor, IT and Communication, Science and Technology and New and Renewable Energy, C.T. Jamir, Senior Advocate, Guwahati High Court, Kohima Bench and President, High Court Bar Association, Kohima, Aro, Meyabi Arho Nipi, Deputy General Manager, Oil India Limited, Dulia Jan, Asampra, panelist, Thakise.
Now, Government of India has proposed a tripartite agreement, and the discussion is on. Since I am part of the Ministerial Group on Petroleum and Natural Gas in the state of Nagaland, we've had several discussions. Our minister is here. The tripartite agreement is between the Government of India, Government of Assam, and Government of Nagaland. I've been saying this ever since, but the philosophy behind this is very clear. If we are to be scared of diagonal drilling, incline drilling from Assam side, which geology mining officers will scare us with, that they are drilling all our oil away. And it is the landowners' fault that we are not getting drilling. So the whole attitude is to demonize the landowners and their rights. Because that's the only approach we know as Nagas. We don't want to look at the rules that are there, available, which will secure our rights for us. Therefore, today, unlike in the last 5 years, these 5 years of our term, our government has very carefully studied what is possible, what is doable, what kind of collaboration is needed, because we cannot live alone in isolation. You want to generate revenue, our oil cannot be sold in the state of Nagaland. Selling is another matter, another subject. Extracting is another, exploring is another subject. So Government of India has agreed even on the border, especially the disputed area belt, A, B, C, D, E, F we call it. The whole Nagaland Assam belt where the ONGC are drilling. We and our Chief Minister has very clearly stated in the meeting, my youths are there, that we should be compensated for all the revenue and royalty accrued in the TAB till the time it started to today. So that is part of the tripartite agreement. So that is something we mooted as an idea because we saw that is our right. Before the border issue is resolved, whatever exploration is being taken under the border area, especially the disputed area belt, the revenue royalty should be shared with the government of Nagaland. And it's on a 50-50 model. Hence, for any exploration in the DAB will follow this model. So this is a tripartite agreement drafted by the government of India, especially Ministry of Petroleum and Natural Gas, with Government of Assam and Government of Nagaland. So we have given our written submissions for certain addition and omission, and it is in the process of being agreed upon. Once this bipartite agreement is addressed and finalized, the court case will die and become infructuous. Or rather, solution will be provided by this agreement. So, number one, the fact that Government of India is saying that petroleum and minerals are under union lease, therefore making rules and regulation is under the purview of the Ministry of Petroleum and Natural Gas. Government of Nagaland is standing on its ground saying land and its natural resources belongs to us and it is enshrined in the Constitution as a special provision. Therefore, we have some issues. How to resolve that issue is being discussed under that draft bipartite agreement. Once that issue is resolved, where your rights are government will get revenue from the licensing, from the crude oil exploration. Government will get royalty, and landowners will get royalty and the dead rent.
So far as KL is concerned, our earlier speaker, the Honorable Minister, has also mentioned about the resolution taken by the Government of Nagaland. The Nagaland Legislative Assembly has taken a resolution in 2010. Basing on that, in 2012, Nagaland Petroleum and Natural Gas Regulation 2012 was enacted by the Nagaland Legislative Assembly. Thereafter, the rule was framed. Rule and the regulation was notified by the Jurisdiction Mining Department, as our earlier speaker has mentioned. That came to be challenged by way of filing a PIL in the form of a PIL by Lutha. It was pending, and in due course, I believe both sides prevailed. Therefore, negotiations started. Understanding was arrived between the Government of Nagaland and Lutha for an amicable solution to amend the regulation as well as the rules of this regulation of 2012. And then Lutha, the demand made by the Lutha was also accepted by the government, and they have arrived to an understanding whereby the Lutha have decided to withdraw the PIL. In fact, the request made by Lutha has been allowed by the court, and the Lutha was allowed to withdraw the PIL. It was PIL 1 of 2019. When the Honorable Guwahati High Court has taken this case as a summon to PIL, that is how we could not proceed further. Now that the ongoing agreement, so-called tripartite agreement, which is going on, if that issue is penalized, I feel that this is my feeling on the individual feeling. Once that is penalized, if possible, before the next date, that is 28 July 2022, and if it is brought to the notice of the court about penalization of this agreement, of such agreement, then there is every likelihood of losing the PIL on the ground that it is already resolved. If that is done, this is my feeling on it. Not on the merits of the case, but considering the ongoing, the progress, that as correctly mentioned by our Honorable Advisor, Sri Monomo, the matter will become infructuous, and hopefully the text will be clear and the text can go ahead. That is my view. And I feel that one solid opinion, what I feel, if the Nagas wants to prosper, we should confine on two decrees. One decree is NLTP Act should be lifted, and the revenue derived from that should be utilized for health sector, road sector. We complain about road and then education. Few hundreds, if not 1,000 crores, we can get from revenue from it. So that should be done. Secondly, we should confine to the petroleum. These are all liquids. So if Nagaland is to be prospered, I believe through liquids we should concentrate on through liquids.
तो ये तो था से इतेला बुलेटिन काने आरो अलग अलग खबर काने साइथ है बिहन बिल टीवी गुड बाय